Welcome back to The Perspective. I'm here with Sindhen, talking about their new nightlife app in Jakarta. So, we spoke about the story of Sindhen up until this point. Can we talk about what drew you here, apart from having lived here, but what can you tell us about the market as you see it?
I'll take that. All
right.
Yeah. So Jakarta itself, I mean, as you probably know, its nightlife industry is actually well developed, very well developed. What we consider nightlife venues, there's about 349 outlets out there. Out of those 349, about 59 are actually what we call nightclubs, and these places are, you know, they've got a big dance floor, loud music, pretty dark, and things like that, scattered around Jakarta. Bet you anything, you probably can't name more than 10% of that. So it's very developed, and yet people don't know the extent of it. So what we thought about when we developed this app is just we really want to introduce to everyone out there that there are more places than just those 5 places that you always visit in the weekend. You know, yeah. I guess that's also for ourselves.
Yeah.
So.
I'm interested. While we talk about Jakarta nightlife, how would you describe it, and how would you compare it to other international cities?
Well, I think Jakarta nightlife is one of the best out there. Not to be biased, but from experiencing going out in London, Manchester, even in New York, Sydney. Yeah. You can find anything you want here, and like whatever you want to do at night, you can find it in Jakarta. Whether you want to go party till the early hours, or if you just want to have a chilled night out, or if you just want to discover the underground scene, you've got it all here. And it's literally 24/7 party place.
Does your app kind of cap its audience to a certain age? Or, I mean, would someone who's a bit older, 60 plus, be able to find something useful out of it?
So our main target audience are the younger crowd, obviously. They're the 21 to 35-year-olds. But having said that, because our directory is so extensive, we do cater to everyone who'd like to go out at night, essentially. Yeah. So to answer your question, yes, they will find it useful.
Sure.
Anne-Marie, there's 365 clubs or
349
venues.
Yeah, venues.
On it now. How do you see that number growing? A lot of new places pop up a lot.
It is. I think the rate of opening is about 20 per 2 months. I think, give or take. Also, the closings are quite high, but it is always constantly growing. When we started this, we had the number was about 200, and then within a year, it's become 300. Obviously, we missed out a few throughout the process, but we have seen a lot of new openings.
Yeah.
How do you establish relationships with venues?
Well,
we use a 3-prong approach. First, we get all the information about these venues through their website, Facebook, and other online sources. And then we give them a call and see what their venue is about and what music they play, where it's located, their drink list, how many events they have a week. And after that, we just go in, actually personally visit them one by one.
But also at the same time, we've been very lucky that we've got a good network of friends who are friends or families of people who actually own clubs and own restaurants and lounges and everything. So they kindly made the introduction as well. So that sort of personal approach has also been very important to our methods.
Yeah. In terms of events and circling slightly back to social media, does this sync with Facebook, with your calendar?
It syncs with your phone calendar. So if you say you're going to an event, or you need to set a reminder for an event, it syncs automatically to your phone calendar, and then it reminds you close to the date and on the date of the event.
Yeah. And Melissa, how does it make money?
Well, at the moment, it's we're obviously, because we're new, we don't really try to focus on the money too much. We just try to make a good product and make it free for all the venues and all the users and everything. Moving forward, it will remain free for users forever, but we are looking into actually earning some money from the venue's perspective. So things like premium listing within our app, perhaps sponsorship even from other brands. So one of the method would be, say, Berita Satu would like to sponsor, and they would have a page on the inspiration board at all times, and it would be Berita Satu's top 10 picks of the week. And then, obviously your brand will always be there, but it's still connected to the functionality and the content of the app. So it's things like that. We try to not charge anything on top of that because we do want everyone to be able to be included without extra cost. But having said that, maybe in the future we'll start charging for table bookings, which is very common because every table booking brings a fresh set of revenue to the venue, so it's only fair if we take a little bit.
So listing minimum spend, in terms of the user experience, you go in, you go through inspiration, you find
a venue.
Can you list what you want to do? So if you want to go out and get a table or something like that, does it? Are you able to select from them easy enough, like what the minimum spend is?
Yes. So we put
food delivery apps do now.
Yes, we do that. So what we do is we actually input each person. So say there's a club that does table of 5, table of 10, table of 15. And the minimum spend is 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, respectively. So what we do is we actually input, one person is 1 million, 2 person 1 million, and then it goes to 6 person 2 million. So when you scroll down to select how many people you want on your table, it automatically updates what the minimum spend is. So you know instantaneously what it is.
Okay. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be right back in a moment.